Go. All right, guys. Welcome back to the Pure Buckets podcast. As you may know, you do not recognize my voice because I've never been in an episode before. But I'm Luis. I might be a guest from time to time, so expect me to be on a couple episodes, maybe.
Facts. We'll get to know
Lewis.
Lewis real quick. Lewis, who's your favorite team in the league?
I would like to be a Rockets fan, but unfortunately we are poverty. So,
yeah, so everyone here is still a Rockets fan. Shocker.
He's a traitor. He's a traitor.
Hey, I'm not
If
a
you
traitor.
start anybody-
I like the team.
Honestly,
I don't like the players.
after Jalen Green's dunk contest, I don't think I'm a Rockets
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah.
No, it's really hard.
Okay, and then last thing, who's your favorite player right now?
Tyrese Halliburton.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so everybody didn't catch this. Luis, or we also call him Lewis sometimes because we don't really care. But
Yeah.
today we're gonna be,
Lois.
this is gonna be a fun talk. We don't really have any plans for this one. But we're just gonna be talking about James Harden, as you can see by my beautiful recording of the beard himself, Houston's finest. And he had a good game today. We're recording this literally right after the final buzzer went off in the Sixers T-Wolves game, and it was a dominating performance by the Sixers. The Timberwolves couldn't make a shot. Well, we'll get into all the details, and we'll probably just bounce around from there and talk about other things maybe. But
Yeah, we need to worry about those inconsistencies in
Yeah.
the T-Wolves.
so just but just to start off, just so everyone understands where we're coming from, I actually watched the whole game. Vipin, highlights and numbers. Rohan watched like the fourth quarter of me, and then Lewis watched the first half. So like we're all over the place. So,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, who wants to go?
Different perspectives, bro.
I mean, from what I watched, first half, obviously you have Harden easing into it. Embiid's off for maybe like half the first quarter. I didn't see him much, and then it just kind of starts rolling. Like he just starts making buckets.
Yeah.
Get those free throws up.
I don't know. When I joined, I don't know if it was bad luck or something, but nobody was scoring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the game wasn't very good.
I'm gonna bring up Tyrese Maxey's 28.
Yeah, that was
I-
crazy. He
not-
was because I'm gonna be honest. As we said like in the very first episode, a lot of us don't actually like watch games. Like we don't like sit down and watch
Yeah.
full games. So this is the first Sixers game or Timberwolves game I've watched fully this season, and I said I was telling Lewis and Ron, I was saying like I can really see why the Sixers are like such a like real complete, not even complete team. They're just like such a high quality team, and you have Tyrese Maxey who's just his shooting was like whatever. I think he was like I don't actually know it was like his splits or whatever. But when I watched it, he was making his quickness on the court, and he would just drive with power on like every transition bucket, and he would never miss like any layup or anything like that. And he was insane. I didn't know he had that many points though until you said it.
20?
Regarding Maxey, I know a lot of people. I'm not sure how like people like rate him, but I know in the trade, like between Ben Simmons and Harden, between like that whole thing, I think the Nets asked for Tyrese Maxey, and the Sixers like no, that's like they do the drill line on Maxey, like no, we're not trading Maxey.
Yeah.
He's definitely super valuable.
Yeah. Now we see his value, obviously.
Popped off. I mean, I think they.
I mean, maybe with Harden as a creator, it just helps him just score more, even.
Yeah, for sure.
There
I
are
mean,
a lot of,
came from the. It was the Timberwolves broadcast, so I can't really say too much, obviously, because they're Timberwolves biased. But they did make a good point. They said that the two people that are gonna benefit the most from Harden coming into Philly is Matisse Thybulle and Tyrese Maxey.
Were there a lot of lob plays between Harden and Embiid?
Not that I actually saw. I think Harden definitely did. There was one like that classic like right-handed off the dribble kind of like to Embiid, and Embiid just like didn't jump like at the right time, so he went up and caught it and came back down and then went up, kind of thing. So it wasn't like a seamless lob. It was just like a.
But he definitely can do it. He ended like with 13 assists this game. Anyways.
Embiid is just not used to like that pick and roll and then like run it down. Like he's more of like a pop guy. Like he actually shoots a lot more than like normal centers, obviously, that are probably his height and weight. He's obviously a superstar caliber player, so it's kind of like he's not really used to being, it's like tell like a top 2, top 3 player this season to go run a pick and roll. It's like
it's kind of whack.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Harden brings that new style of game, so it'd be kind of interesting to see like how, like what kind of attention they give Harden.
Mm-hmm.
Now that
We gotta
he's
see how they
there.
develop together.
Yeah.
I think Embiid is not like they played so well, even though Embiid's not used to playing with like a really strong outside threat like Harden. Like Harden can score anywhere on the court, and I don't think Embiid has ever played with a player like on that like level. So
That's true.
and that first game
Yeah, that's true.
is a great showing.
They've been reading the
I mean, they
numbers
have some
for
decent
us.
shooters. So
James Harden, 27 points, 12 assists, 8 rebounds. Embiid dropped 34 and 10. Also he had just where is he? Just 3 assists. But both Embiid and Harden had a really efficient night. Embiid shot 11 for 13 from the free throw. Harden 8 for 9, which is pretty usual for James Harden. 5 for 7 from 3-point. So they both shot really efficiently, which was a great sight. Especially with Embiid. I think Embiid's pretty known for being efficient.
Yeah.
It's nice to see
Mhm.
Harden being efficient too, though.
Yeah, for sure. And then obviously Maxi, you said at 28-ish.
Yeah, Max was 28, 2, 2, and he hit 4 steals though, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Me and Rohan, more specifically on like
Buffalo.
Harden's actual gameplay. Me and Rohan saw some Harden flashbacks. Rohan, what did we see there?
What was it? Step backs?
Yeah, it was just like vintage.
Step back central?
Yeah,
Some
me and
vintage,
Rohan,
yeah.
saw like both because he had 2 4-point
did-
plays in that game.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was kind of funny.
It was
Cole,
lights out.
you watched the game, right? And I mean, I'm looking at the stat sheet, and I'm looking at a sort of a lack of a statistical contribution from Tobias Harris, a triple single. You have anything to say about that?
Let's go.
With 6 points, 4 assists,
Well-
3 rebounds. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really.
Efficient
Yeah.
I was
night,
looking at
though.
Harden, so
Yeah, well, me watching the game. Well, I mean, obviously it was that just like that big 3 kind of night with Harden and Embiid and Maxi. But Harris is like he's supposed to be like that third man. He's been that third man, supposed to be out in the Philly. And obviously we've done like lists before where they're power forwards or whatever. And some people within our 7 that contribute to the last list, which if you guys don't know what we're talking about, you should go check out that video. That was hilarious. But I know a lot of people will probably rate Tobias Harris. I haven't really rated him that much, like as a top 10, like at least this year or whatever.
definitely
Um,
not.
But when actually just in this game, I saw he when Harden first gave him the ball, I'm pretty sure it was Harden's first assist was a Tobias Harris 3, and then every time after that, I think he just like bricked everything I saw.
Yeah, kind of.
So do you think he's gonna have a lessened role? Like significant?
I mean, Harden was passing it a lot to Tobias. It was just kind of like
Just
because
an
Harden
off-night,
Harden
maybe?
dishes because I was actually
Yeah, he definitely does.
because Harden only had like 4 points in the first quarter or something like that, like 2 or 4.
Yeah, I was expecting honestly like a slow game after watching that.
Yeah.
That first quarter, and then he just kind of went off. So
Yeah, he had a very slow first quarter because every time he got the ball, they would like just really clamp him up. So he would just like he wouldn't really like get into his dribble like obviously that we know him from Houston. He would just
Yeah.
kind of like
Mhm.
dish it out to like the perimeter, or he was already on the perimeter. He would just like swing it around, usually to the left. But I mean, that's what I saw.
I think
from him.
towards the end of the game, once they realized other people besides Harden were playing pretty well, they just backed off from him,
yeah.
letting him score more basically. Towards the end.
Yeah.
Wait, I
Vivin-
wanna bring up the. Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna ask you to.
I was gonna bring up. I know we talked about the Philly side.
Exactly.
What do you guys think about how like the Timberwolves played today?
It was horrific.
It
Dude,
was
if you
great,
look at
man.
their
you know.
box plus minus,
Woo.
every single starter was negative, right? It's horrible, right? Karl Anthony Towns had a negative 32 box plus minus. D'Angelo Russell negative 29. Anthony Edwards negative 21. It is just awful. Like
D'Lo,
they all shot so inefficient, dude. It is
I mean,
just
realistically, the real downfall came in their 3-point percentage.
yeah,
It was
we
just
saw that stat.
facts.
The stat was so
9
bad.
for
Vivin.
31.
What was the stat? What was it?
It says 9
Something
for
like that.
39 from what I'm looking at.
My God.
Yeah, and at one point it was
23%.
5 for like 28.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, that is what.
Which is just
that what,
awful.
It'd be like me and Ron even saw like it was like just like wide open corner threes, and like everyone on the team was just missing these wide open shots.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
Cat
They were
misses-
pretty good.
when Cat
luck.
goes 2 for 6 from 3.
McDaniels, McLaughlin, all these players, bro, they just missed every shot. And then Anthony Edwards. I don't even, Vivian, you probably don't even know about this, but I was wondering because I haven't heard Edwards' name. I was telling Lewis this earlier. I said I haven't heard Edwards' name like in the media in the last like couple weeks or whatever. His last 3 games prior to tonight, he combined for 20 total points. That's like under 7 a game.
I mean,
Why
today he
why
had
he playing
15,
like
but I definitely.
Yeah, today he had 15,
Not an
but
efficient
all of
15.
the, but like those 10 of those were in that third quarter where he had like he was
Yeah.
in that one stretch. He he had like a transition dunk, and then he finally hit a 3-pointer, and he got like his rhythm. And that was
I mean, it
also
was
the
too
only time
late.
Tobias Harris I
Yeah.
think did anything too, was that third quarter
Yeah.
ending. But it was just horrible watching them. I mean, granted, I actually did see a lot of foul calls that were obviously for the Sixers side, but that doesn't obviously you can't, foul calls don't mean 9 for 39 from 3, you know.
What does it mean shooting
Yeah.
42% from the field as a team? As a team,
know,
that
I'm
is
surprised they
awful.
shot. I'm surprised they shot 43s this game. What the fuck?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Are they the Rockets? Like back when
In that
they
one
were
playoff
actually
game
shot
with the
threes?
Rockets, record-setting.
I mean, realistically, the Sixers also shot 39 threes, right? But they actually made some, so
Yeah.
they actually shot.
dude,
pretty
they shot
nice,
48%
yeah,
from
almost 49%.
3. Like that's good. That was really good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't actually expect to see that as a big trend though. Not gonna lie. I think the Sixers 3-point percentage
Probably
might actually
relatively.
dip because they did lose Seth Curry,
Yeah.
which is kind of big because Danny Green, I watched him. That brought up, first of all, praise to Danny Green because I feel like he has the most consistent stroke I've ever seen. Like that dude, it looks like it's just gloss coming off his hands. It's
Pause?
unbelievable.
Pause.
Gloss?
Dude, it looks glossy when he shoots it. It's like it's the same shot every time. But he made his first one, and then I think he like bricked like 5 after. But so I don't really
Hey,
know.
but the shot though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
the
I wanted to say,
form, bro, the form.
it goes to say that like obviously Danny Green is their 3-point shooter now, rather than just than him and Seth Curry together. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like I don't know. I mean, Harden obviously can shoot the ball, but
I mean,
like,
Harden. Yeah, I feel like Harden might take over that role because Danny Green did a whole lot of nothing tonight.
well, the role is
Yeah, he got
different
6
though.
points.
The role because
Yeah, the
Harden
role-
is a ball carrier
Yeah.
compared
I mean,
to.
we're gonna need some more games, obviously, to
Yeah.
see like what kind of role each player gets.
One
so.
thing I did like was I'm pretty sure I heard at the beginning of the game Doc Rivers' plan was for at least this game and maybe going forward is to always either have Maxey or Harden on the floor, either together or just one of them is always on the floor at all times. Because they're like their two like true point guard kind of players.
Actually, a good shooter.
Yeah.
Is Maxey a good shooter? I don't even
decent.
know. His jump shot's
I
a
think
little
he was-
weird.
He was like 10 for 14 when he had 22 points. I don't remember. what
Overall
happened
tonight,
afterwards.
he shot 12 for 16, which is good, but I mean like on average, He's not gonna play like this every
I don't
night.
know. What do you? I don't mean.
Probably
I guess
like
I can look.
average.
Well, I can just
then.
go check. I'll go check.
I mean, that's literally what I'm sharing on my screen right now, so it's okay. This season he's averaging.
Cheers,
Oh yeah, he's
Nico.
39 from 3 this season
That's
That is
fantastic. That is really good.
on
with Harden.
3.5
Harden is,
attempts.
like,
47
Harden being
from the
an outside
field.
threat is so nice for
Bad.
Embiid. Because like Embiid all the time has played with Ben Simmons, who's just like, oh, what can he do? He just runs
Yeah,
up.
they
He
had
can't
two
get laid
paint
up.
guys.
Exactly, he clogs out the paint. Embiid is like he's kind of a paint beast, He also has more than that, but like he goes hard in the paint, and not having Simmons there is a good help. That's why he's been popping off.
Yeah.
And Harden takes away attention from the paint, so
Mhm.
it's really gonna work really well.
I definitely see that pick and roll system working.
It definitely could.
Even though it's a bit awkward.
Yeah.
Even though it's a bit awkward for Embiid,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Thank
Until
Definitely.
until the MVP. doesn't
Again, we
pull.
saw first game and they put up, what did they do? Together they put up what, 57 together first
That's
game?
Crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's really gonna get better. Like the chemistry's gonna mesh way more.
Well, if you
Harden's
do the
a really
math,
good team.
it's actually 61 points together.
Yeah.
Their big three, what? That's 61.
The big three is like
89?
70,
89 points?
something. Yeah.
89
Was
points.
Harden ignore the don't ignore the points, but like he also had 12 assists and 8 rebounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
the
he's
assist
just
was
kinda-
normal. The assist was normal.
It's
Actually,
kind of like
I don't know. But
it's kind of like Houston Harden.
I mean,
he's kind of doing
no,
everything.
well, he's kind of continuing on from what he was at Brooklyn, which is just
yeah, he
he's
did that.
scoring
He
more
did that in
points.
Brooklyn.
Well,
we only have
points.
one game so far, so we gotta
He's-
get a bit of a bigger sample.
Yeah, and yeah, well, against an inconsistent Timberwolves, which I thought were a good team coming in, but I guess they still
They
have some
smashed them,
issues.
so that shows that I mean, good teams usually destroy bad teams, and this is exactly what happened.
You know what's actually crazy to think about? The fact that Harden only played 80 total career games with the Nets.
Yeah,
Not even a full
No, well-
season.
who knows what could have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess the moral of the story there is just, I mean, it was just dominant, and it was obviously, there's nothing really to go about that. So we'll move on then from tonight's game to looking prospective here, looking to the future. What do we all think about Harden? Just not obviously based on this game, but what can Harden bring overall to the team, and where do you think the Sixers end up in the East?
Top
Hmm.
2 seed.
You said top 2?
I mean,
Seed are they?
Yeah. I mean, the Bulls gotta be top 2. The Bulls,
Dude,
dude, I
Dude,
feel like the
DeMar
Bulls,
DeRozan is a different kind of beast, bro.
they have to stay top 2. And the Heat, I honestly can't speak on the Heat. I don't know.
They're like 3
Obviously,
games
they still
back.
have those injuries, but
Well, Oladipo apparently is coming back in 1 to 2 weeks.
I mean, they're still winning. So
You really do though. Oladipo that much, and he's not gonna completely change the situation.
I know he hasn't played all season.
yeah.
It's
I
really
don't
tough for
do
Oladipo,
games
man.
back.
Bro was about to get. He had to play good to get a big bag, and he got injured.
Yeah.
Brutal.
But so we'll go around then. So Vipin, you said number 2 seed. Why?
Well, no, top 2. So one of those. I'd say probably. I don't know. I can't predict if it'll be 1 or 2. It just
Yeah.
depends on how well the Bulls play. But I just think this is just. Even if it doesn't mesh that well, just having 2 superstars of one team, especially in like, because who else is really like that big of a threat in the East? Brooklyn is injured. The Bulls are probably the biggest threat. Miami too. So I say at worst they're like a 3 seed. If they completely fall apart, I guess then
Yeah.
they'd be lower. But I'd say if like everything goes like average, 2 seed probably. And if they like start popping off, 1 seed.
Got it. Okay, Lewis.
I mean, honestly, the East this year is crazy. It's super competitive.
Mhm.
So, because at any point, you see Giannis winning 5-6
Oh,
games in a row, and suddenly
how did I
they're
forget the
third,
Bucks,
they're
man?
second, right? And then
Mhm.
suddenly an injury to the Heat or the Bulls, it's completely. So right now, honestly, looking at the East, the Heat are first. I don't think they're gonna stay there. It's just I don't buy their team as much as maybe the Bulls or 76ers are coming in
Okay.
extra hot. So I'd probably put the Sixers, like Vipin said, at lowest third, probably most realistically second, behind the Bulls.
Mm-hmm. Rohan.
They're a 2 seed.
2 seed.
Yep, going into the playoffs.
Yeah. How many games we got left?
Like 20.
Like-
somewhere?
Like just over 20.
Okay. I mean,
That's still a good amount of time to see like really
they,
see how things
yeah,
settle in.
they get a good
Is
games.
this season
No.
shortened? It isn't, right?
No, it's full 82.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, the
How's it-
East is vicious. Bro.
So
What
Rohan,
the
2
heck?
seed.
Imagine
Yeah.
next year when the books.
Bro, like the
Bucks have
6th
to
seed is
go back to full strength.
bro, the
Books, bro.
freaking 5th seed isn't even back 4 games. What the
Imagine if
fuck?
Kyrie had
Yeah.
a vaccine. Man, things would be diff.
Well, I don't know if you saw like the updates about it, right?
Probably have not.
Yeah.
But if it's. What's
Yeah,
up?
it's about how the New York City mayor is gonna
Aren't
be
they easing restrictions?
not easing, like he's gonna make it to where it's like you don't need you don't need
Yeah,
a
that's-
friggin' vaccine to be like indoor stuff. So Kyrie could go full play now.
Mhm. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's obviously a huge deal for Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie,
Kyrie's
Ben
"Bro, I
Simmons,
just
and
left,"
Durant
then
every
he's
game.
back and playing.
They can make a late push, but I don't know.
We'll see. We 20 games is enough to build a little bit of chemistry. We'll see.
Seeing them at the 8 seed is kind of weird, to be honest. They could be one of those dark horse like 7 seeds, 8 seeds that
Yeah.
are realistically a 3rd, 4th seed.
Yeah, we could be talking about the
And
Nets.
talent.
We could, for all we know, bro, the Nets are going to the title this year. You know,
Yeah, we
not
just
count
have
out
to
KD.
see. Yeah.
to me, there are I
KD
think
carry.
legitimate finals teams right now in the East that I'm just looking at. I see like 6, 7.
It's so funny because I'm looking at the Celtics. I'm like, the Celtics, but they're 9-1 in their last 10 games.
Yeah, but
And their defensive rating, obviously. But like, when I think about Celtics, I think about playoff frauds. So,
yeah.
but I want to believe.
Any dude, literally, it's absolutely insane how there's so many like possible finals teams this year. Even in the West, bro, there's so many.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, it's
Like
crazy
the
how the West.
Suns, Warriors,
bounce back.
Grizzlies, maybe the Jazz. Like, dude, the Lakers maybe because they got old Bron. Like, maybe not. They might not even make the playoffs.
Not this year.
I mean, AD's out now again.
Yeah, they might just miss the play-in and it's just over.
Yeah. And then I guess my opinion, I think I have Philly as just probably being still a 3 seed. I won't lie. Just because
you
like
have a
behind who?
20 games.
I mean, I know I don't know like the specific standings or like because it's hard to predict like so let's say all of a sudden for all we know Chicago's gonna lose their next 20 games.
Yeah, well,
like,
barring injury,
For
maybe.
all we know, their whole starting roster gets injured tomorrow on a plane crash. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Stop
yeah,
speaking
well,
of these things.
no, I'm just no, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
You're
but,
jinxing
so,
them?
no, but just
jinxing
looking ahead. Obviously, Chicago is a team where they're first with having a ton of injuries. Miami's a team that has really good chemistry, and they're still missing Oladipo, which could bring in a good role piece at this point. And they're the top 2. And I feel like with Philly trading away, I mean, obviously they got a superstar. So that's obviously a big help in the playoffs. I don't know how much of a help that is for a regular season push compared to like 2 like glue teams, in my opinion. But I mean, because I can even see Philly even drop into like 4 if just like Milwaukee or someone goes crazy.
Yeah, because Giannis at any time could just, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Be Giannis.
That's so good.
But yeah, so that's what I think. So that's what we think about James Harden. And so we all think. So what do we? If you had to describe what Harden brings to the team in one aspect of the game, what would you guys say?
I'd probably
hard.
I'm looking up.
No, I was about
honestly,
to say points.
I'm looking on Twitter right now, right? A quote from Embiid from maybe 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
Man, he said that was probably the most wide open I've ever been in my career. So honestly, my one word is going to be probably space.
Yeah.
Because the new system.
No,
yeah.
I won't lie. Probably one of the because there's a lot of plays that happen during the game. Honestly, that's what I kind of like actually watching the game. There was one specific play that's in my brain, and I it's such an element to Embiid that he's never experienced before in his life. Harden was like on the perimeter, and Embiid was kind of like on the corner of the paint, and Harden wasn't even looking at him, and he threw like this bounce pass with his right hand on the floor, and Embiid wasn't even expecting it at all. Like he wasn't even looking. And the ball just like ended up in his hand. He was like, oh. Like he didn't even know what to do with it. He froze.
Embiid has never played with this good of a playmaker in his career. Like I know Ben Simmons is a good playmaker, but like Harden is just a different tier.
Yeah, facts.
And the spacing is, I think the spacing is the biggest thing. It just completely changes how Embiid is able to play.
Yeah. So you guys both go spacing.
Mm-hmm.
Rohan?
Yeah, spacing's probably like the most obvious thing that he gives.
If I had
to
be different, I mean, I was thinking more like on just like an Embiid,
Like, yeah,
or just even like the
star.
rest of the team, because you have to think about how stressed this Philly team has been, obviously with Embiid and stuff, or not Embiid, sorry, with Ben Simmons, obviously his whole thing going on there. They're like really stressed out, and they've been talking about a James Harden trade since the beginning of the season. So everybody on that Philly roster that obviously isn't Embiid is thinking to themselves, "Oh my God, am I gonna get shipped out of this freaking team right now?" Like they didn't want to leave, you know what I'm saying? So there's like a lot of turmoil going on. So I feel like with this happening, I feel like Harden actually brings a lot of ease to the team. Is the word I would use. Puts a lot of ease off. He eases everybody in. Maxey is now enhanced because of Harden's playmaking. Embiid, obviously, as you guys said, spacing, playmaking, more versatility, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
See them glue like that. It could be. I mean, this could be a dangerous duo in the playoffs.
Could be dangerous.
Obviously, we know Harden's history in the playoffs, and the 76ers often they fall apart, which is what we've seen. So maybe this will be a new story, I guess.
Yeah, facts. The what's it called? The 76ers have made the playoffs the last 4 years, and not once have they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So
yeah,
they are indeed looking for that.
Wait.
Yep. Do you guys have any other rant? It doesn't have to be about the Sixers or Harden or anything like that. Is there any other topic that you want to bring up? What we have here?
It have to be about basketball.
Yes, it has to be about basketball, Ron.
No,
I have one thing.
Let's hear it, Lewis.
I was looking at the Bucks, right? Just because I was thinking about them like as contenders, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at their schedule. Their next 8 to 10 games are real, just testers for them. They play the Nets, the Heat, the Bulls, the Suns, and the Warriors.
Wow.
In the next 8 games.
And the Hornets.
And then they have, and
They don't count.
And then later they play the Jazz and the Bulls again. So I think we really start to see like who's who. Who's
See, that's
better,
actually a crazy stretch, though. Nets, Hornets, Heat, Bulls, Suns for the next 5 games.
So
that's an insane stretch.
Have to see.
Which one does not belong to him?
The Nets, because they're not full strength.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Ben
The Hornets
Simmons.
are full
Ben
strength,
Simmons
they're not
isn't even
good.
playing tomorrow, is he?
No, he's still on
He's like
rehab. Still.
conditioning or something. Rehab.
Yeah,
He's in
the
rehab.
basketball rehab.
Traumatized, man.
He's
It's
in
over.
Cancun right now on a treadmill.
Oh my god, the Nets have it rough too.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you're in the East, you have it rough because you got to play all these great teams.
Yeah, facts.
So it's just
One of the top 7 seeds.
Vivin, you got anything?
I think we've said most things that I've been thinking of. I think. What else?
Give me anything. Just while we have the time here.
Regarding like the Sixers again, or like just
Not
like,
anything.
overall?
Is there any like comments about basketball over the last couple days, weeks? Anything you want to
DeMar
comment on?
DeRozan, wait, didn't he match Michael Jordan's streak of 8 straight games of 35 plus points?
well, Michael Jordan's was 10. So two
Yeah,
more.
Michael Jordan had a 10 and he also had a 7. So he beat the 7
Yeah.
game, but now he needs to beat the 10 game.
You think he will?
I think, you know what? I'm optimistic. I think he will.
That,
Well, who are they playing?
That is-
They're playing the Grizzlies.
Oh.
So
That's okay.
And then the Heat.
Oh, wow. Well, the Heat are a very
Wow.
defensive team. That might be.
Yeah.
Especially
35?
since like Jimmy is going to be guarding or PJ Tucker.
50 on him.
Yeah.
That might
I
be
don't
tough.
know about 35.
Yeah, that might be tough.
He's been
Because it's
going
not just
dummy
35,
though.
is it? Isn't it also the shooting or no?
Oh, I don't know. I thought
Or
it
is
was
the
just
streak
35
is
plus
this? It might
points.
just be. Oh, okay. Then I don't know. Then they might just let him shoot 50 shots a game. Then I don't really know.
Yeah. Man, he's been on a tear.
Ron, anything?
Mhm. No.
What was the non-basketball thing you wanted to bring up?
It's fine. It's over now.
Yeah, you know what it is.
It's
But-
over, like my dreams and hopes.
What? But Ron, we have the
Yeah.
podcast, Rohan.
Not anymore.
What? Yeah, Lewis is here to take Rohan's
Deleted
spot.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. All right, well,
Oh my
You
god.
replaced me, man.
what Vivin?
Final remarks, Vivin?
Midland turned
Ah,
into
I
an
thought
SCP.
Vivin hit the
Right here.
what? So I was like, what?
I'm predicting right now before. Okay, well, we still have a while before the season ends, but I'm saying right now, my mind might change. My mind might change later.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Probably Embiid will win the MVP.
Hmm.
I'm like, I so prefer Jokic over Embiid, but like, but now that Harden's here, I'm gonna be real with you. I think Harden is just gonna make Embiid play so much better.
Yeah.
I think it just makes a step to MVP.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, realistically, if the 76ers end up the 1 or 2 seed, I feel like it's a lock.
Cause like
They
to win
just-
MVP, what do you need? You need the stats. Embiid has stats. You need, and then
You
the other
need the
thing you need,
wins.
yeah,
You need
wins.
a winning team. Yeah.
And that's exactly, but both things they are good chance of having both. So
Mhm.
like, well maybe you think Harden might no way Harden gets like any votes. He's a brand new team. No way.
Yeah, no, he's not
Oh,
getting
yeah.
any
No,
votes.
Harden's not even in the conversation.
No, I'm not saying conversation, but like he might like suck away a few votes, but I don't think it's significant enough to matter.
No.
So it's fine.
I mean, realistically, I feel like my top 3 is gonna be DeMar, Embiid, and then Jokic, because who's still having a great season, but he's just overshadowed by his teams.
His team,
Yeah,
is, that whole
it's
team
kinda-
is Jokic.
They're just kind of lackluster. I don't really. It's not something like you just
Oh, help.
feel excited
Oh,
about, I
no.
guess.
No.
Mm-hmm.
All right then. Well, if that's what everybody's got, who wants to take us out?
Yeah.
Because I'm not.
Oh,
Want me
I
to
got
do
it.
it?
Alright.
Oh,
Actually, no, let's go for it.
No, but I
Guess,
thought
right?
no, but didn't the guest do the
Lewis.
intro?
You get to
Uh,
do the outro too. It's you know,
it's
2
continuity,
for 1
Cole.
deal.
Continuity.
2 for 1
All right,
deal.
we'll
bro.
bust
Come
it
on.
out then.
I bet. All right, guys.
Buy
Thanks so
one, get
much
one
for
free.
listening. I don't know when I'll be back, but this was a
Soon.
pleasant experience. Soon. Wait, what's your normal outro? Do you have like a catchphrase?
Nah, bro, we
we just
vibe.
gotta
No.
say, it's like super chill. We
Hey,
have like
hey,
you
look,
just cut
I'll
it
show
out.
you what we say. I'll show you what we say.
I bet.
Hit the subscribe button. And
Hit
this
the
is,
subscribe button.
you can do that. You like the video, whatever, right? Share it. I don't care. The TikTok, go check out the TikTok. It's in the description. All right. But the number one thing is if you guys want to get involved, leave us comments on TikTok, on YouTube, on Discord, anything, bruh. Just on Twitter, doesn't matter. Leave us comments about stuff that you want us to talk about, and then we can talk about it because that's basically what we do here. So
We talk.
please
Yep,
hop in Rohan's
talk.
DMs. Rohan needs DMs, bro. Please.
What is this? What is this?
An
man?
attack.
This is an attack, bro.
but yeah.
I'm a freaking open up my Discord tomorrow. Freaking see like 20,000 friend requests.
Dream.
But yeah,
Or
Lewis, hit us with a catchphrase.
All right, guys. Stay bucketing. Make him pure.
Okay,
Stay
Lewis is never
milky.
coming back.
Stay fucking to make it pure. See you guys later.
Peace.